Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening to all listening to BNWYDSE, the official THAC podcast.
Oh man,
Posdcast.
Posdcast. That's what we're gonna call it now. The Posdcast.
Welcome to the Posdcast. I am your
Posdcast.
Ooh, hey,
Papas.
Well, hey, Team Papa for life. And
this episode of the podcast brought to you by Papa John's.
Oh well,
the Posdcast.
The Posdcast.
THAC has been bought out by Papa John's.
And then we Papa bumped.
Papa bump.
Boop. There we go.
Yeah.
Okay, so welcome to the Posdcast. I am your co-host Noah.
And I am your co-host Papa Troy.
Papa Troy. Hey.
Papa Wagner.
Papa Wagner up in here. Anywho,
and I'm going to enjoy this delicious Papa John's pizza while we record this.
Check it out.
If you're listening to the audio version, it's there.
If you're listening to the audio version, he's totally eating it.
Yeah.
You know, hey, you don't need proof. Don't even watch the video version, but you should. Anyway, yeah. So welcome
to the podcast.
Welcome to the podcast. We are going to be talking about a bunch of cool things today.
As you may have noticed, this is the 44th episode.
Yes. And so that is your theme song for episode 44. Put that in there too.
Yeah.
Put that part in at the very end. So basically we're going to be talking about some things. Basically, we got some spooky shows. So we're going to talk about spooky shows.
We're going to chat a little bit about Clear Lake's 44.
Oh, you ruined it. I was going to say, we're going to talk about Spooky Jar.
It's okay. Now we are. Screw that.
Yeah.
We're talking about Spooky Jar now.
So Dominic Darkwalt. No. Okay. So anyway, we want to talk about some Clear Lake stuff.
We've been getting a lot of feedback, a lot of viewer feedback on Clear Lakes on where people like certain things, where they don't like certain things, mm-hmm. where things are working, where things aren't. We're planning on going with a little bit of definitely watching the viewer feedback this time around.
Yes.
To see what that's the nice thing about how everything is set up now with the YubTubs.
Absolutely.
The UB2Bs.
UB2Bs. You can get a lot of feedback from the interwebs, and that's what we're doing. We're interested in hearing what everybody has to say. I am happy to say that majority of people are really enjoying what they're seeing.
Mm-hmm. People
are being very active on just social media, emailing us, letting us know and everything like that. They're saying, I'm really happy that people are liking at least the spookiness to it. Uh-huh. People are liking the characters that they've been introduced to so far. And that's the thing too. We've noticed some people are like, we like what we see. We want more.
Yeah.
And that's, if anything, that's something, we're not going to go into detail about it, but we are wanting to address that, like, oh man, we're so almost, we're moving.
Yeah.
We're moving. And it's, yeah.
We're going to talk about as much about it since we've kind of been silent on the subject by design.
Yeah.
But we figure for this episode 44 of the podcast, we might as well take this moment to chat a little bit about it,
yes,
at least.
Absolutely.
We've had the story written out,
mm-hmm.
fairly detailed, similar to how it was back when I was helping make Marble Hornets. And we're kind of working on the connective tissue and all that fun stuff with it and everything.
Yeah.
It's all written out, so we're not saying, hey, we're going to change something because blank on the internet said they didn't like this part. We're not saying that we're going to change things like
right.
Just to change it to make someone happy.
Mm-hmm.
What we're doing is we're able to tweak certain things from things that people like and don't like, and so on
and
so forth.
Like I would say kind of like almost like this is a out of nowhere example, but it's like, hey, look, we're showing a lot of camera shots from that's like it's attached to his ankle. Look, it's ankle cam, and then people go like, why is there so much ankle cam?
Yeah.
Then we might
should do that. Ankle cam.
Let's get it on.
Yeah.
I mean, I only come up with good ideas, so that's what we're doing.
Obviously.
So regardless, though, so that little things like that is, we can make adjustments, but at the same time, we do have there is a plan, there is a bulk story and stuff like that. We wrote a lot of this like way back when, and we're really excited to get more out there. Mm-hmm. Trust me, like when everybody goes like, I want to know more things, we're like, we want you to know more things.
Yeah.
So we're actually just as excited as you guys.
That's actually the most common, I would call, criticism of it so far is that we need to expand on the story more than we are. And before we started, we knew that would be a thing that people said at this point.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, no, that we were like, even when we were going through notes, we're like, yeah, no, during this part, there's going to be a lot of people wanting to know where we're going with it, what's going on, and stuff like that. And we were happy that we were right about that, because it's like, oh, cool, people are interested. But at the same time, it's like, it's, we do want you to see more of it, you know, and we are at that point where it's like, okay, we're gonna get there.
We're very close to a turning point here in the series, and we can't wait for you to see it. Yeah. So, thanks for letting us know things you like and don't like. The internet is cool like that. Yeah. Letting us know things. And trust me, this is just the very beginning. We're still in the very beginning here.
Right, exactly. Like, we've just begun. Yeah,
so I guess, we just wanted to take a little minute to speak on that some. Yeah. And talk about our spook things.
Absolutely.
A lot of people have expressed that they like the ARG elements to it, and those were definitely still going to be a thing. We're just at a point where right now there's a bit of a lull, but it will pick up very soon again. Right.
Yeah, no, and that's the thing too, is it's going to have like a sporadic, like on-off kind of thing. So it's not going to be like you're not going to see it all the time. It's going to be splashed in there. Like, I know some people were commenting on like, whoa, episode 11 is so different. And that will happen. There will be times, so we'll see.
Things I'm very excited for.
Yeah, I know. Mr. Computer.
What?
No, I'm just saying, like, you're...
Don't spoil my character's name in there, okay, Mr. Computer.
I'm sorry. Yeah.
Man.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Yeah, we're giving out spoilers.
Mr. Computer. He was my favorite character.
You ruined it. There was an ending where he shows up and he's like, hey, you want to go surf on the internet?
So yeah, that's really all we were going to say about it, I guess.
I think so, yeah.
We do there have been some people that have been asking about if there will ever be some Clear Lakes type stuff on the THAC store, and yes,
absolutely,
there will be.
Yeah, really, really cool. We're going to announce this officially right now.
Ooh.
We are going to announce a Clear Lakes 44 poster coming very soon. It's very spooky. It's very awesome. Good buddy of mine did the artwork. It's fantastic. I'm going to show it to you, and you guys can also check out more of his stuff too.
Yeah, cool. We'll have a link to his artwork on the store too once it's up there. They still need to be printed and everything, so it'll be a couple of weeks before it's out there, but it is officially going to be a thing now.
Yes, it is official. Really cool. And get ready for other merch as well too down the road, but we have a cool poster that we wanted to send you.
Yeah, it's the first official thing, I guess.
It is. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. It is the first official thing, and you can also get it signed too.
So if we can get to the THAC updates now.
Yes.
Since we're talking about posters and stuff on the store, there is a new shirt on the THAC store at store.thac.tv. The Shirt Club shirt, which I'm calling it now. That's a good name.
Shirt Club shirt?
Shirt Club shirt. SCS.
The SCS. Get on
it. Is Computer Gym.
Computer Gym, I love you shirt.
Yes.
You can get your Computer Gym, I love you shirt at store.thac.tv. You just said
it will be available now through the leap year day, through February 29th.
So you have all February. It's the time of love. It's the time of seasons of love. For computers. Hey, find a loved one and say, I love you. Here's Computer Gym on your body. And you can do that.
Yeah.
But not only can you wear it on your body if you're like, oh, I'm wearing a t-shirt, but Noah, I live in Maryland. I know you're listening. And you're like, I'm real cold. I can't wear a t-shirt to
T-shirts are not warm at all.
They're not. Well,
unless I bought like 50 of them and wrapped them around myself.
That's true. So if you live in, if you're in a warmer area, buy a t-shirt. Or if you're in a cold area, buy a t-shirt too, because it's nice.
But you can just wear a parka over it.
Right. But you can also get a Computer Gym hoodie. Woo! Yes, Computer Gym hoodie is now on the store as well. Grab them before they're gone, guys.
Grab them before they grab you.
Yeah. Oh. Look out.
I don't know.
They're going to get you.
This is the first time ever that we've been able to have a hoodie on the store, so
yes,
if you like it, get it. We're probably going to expand hoodies to other things because people like hoodies.
To the next level.
To the next level of hoodie 2.0. It's a hoodie that has Bluetooth connection.
Yeah.
Yep.
We'll see.
That sounds that sounds like a thing that you would see on like Indiegogo or something. Like the world's first 3D connected hoodie, or 3D connected hoodie sounds cool too, but Bluetooth connected hoodie is also great.
Very true.
Yeah, you connect it to your phone and it says you're wearing a hoodie. And you're like, wow. That's right. I am.
I am glad I knew that. I'm glad I got that information from the source.
The Blue Hood.
Yeah. So get your Blue Hood now.
Blood.
Get
some blood.
Get some blood.
Get
Swedish vampire.
Get some blood
Get
on
some
you.
blood. Hello.
Hello, I'm the blood man.
You are a succulent morsel. Give me your blood. I like Swedish vampire.
Anyway, yeah, so the hoodie is on there. They will purchase at store.thac.tv on your favorite internet browser.
Get it on your favorite internet browser.
Could be on your phone, could be on your computer, could be on your TV, could be on your refrigerator, because those exist.
You should get magnets and buy a t-shirt and put it up and say, "Hey mom, look at this awesome thing I did."
Yeah.
You can take credit for it as long as you paid for it.
Yeah, who cares?
Hey, that's the rule of the internet.
Yep.
I've heard that before.
Do you remember those TVs, or those refrigerators that had TVs on them?
Yeah. That was silly.
Dude.
Because you're just going to stand there like, I'm going to get my water and I'm going to TV. And now I got my water, but I'm not leaving.
It's like when...
Who's it for?
It's like when gas stations have TVs at the gas pumps.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, all right, I can watch TV for 2 minutes while I pump my gas. That makes more sense than having a TV on your refrigerator.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah?
That was weird.
It does.
When it's time to change. Brady Bunch reference. Anyway, so yeah, like, when you go to the gas station, that's fine. Because it's always weird, too. Anytime I go to the gas station, it always has the top 10 songs of, like, it's always like, top 10 in the radio. And then
radio.
And then you'd see, like, Beyonce going, when it's time to change.
Yeah.
And you'd be like, that's cool.
Yeah.
Go Beyonce.
Yeah.
I guess.
I wonder how much it costs. Can we advertise THAC exclusively at gas stations?
Yes.
Just only show THAC ads for things.
Guys, let us know in the comments, would you go to the gas station more if THAC was there? Let them know, because we could send that in and,
Can we make it...
Texaco could be like, whoa.
Can we make it an ExxonMobil original series that is only shown...
An ExxonMobil original series.
Breaking gas.
Breaking wind.
Whoa, Mr. White, that smells bad.
Jesse, I need to poop.
Oh no, we have created something amazing.
Breaking Wind, coming soon to THAC TV. Done.
ExxonMobil original series, brought to you by gas.
Brought to you by gas.
It's a gas. But yeah, like, who do you call? Who do you call to get in on that?
Ghostbusters.
Shut up. Who do you call to get in on that?
Let's call it the president of gas station. Okay. Yeah. Be like, hey, excuse me, Exxon.
Mr. Exxon?
We got a strike idea for you right here.
It's good.
Yeah.
It's good.
Rolling perfect turkeys.
That's the name of our other show. Perfect turkeys.
Oh yeah.
One day, Jimmy woke up and he was a turkey. But this time, he has to live with his family, who are a bunch of chickens.
Tommy, you're for the birds.
Oh, Mom. That was a good joke.
Perfect turkeys, available at THAC TV.
An ExxonMobil original series.
ExxonMobil original series. Well, hold on. Before we sell it to Exxon, let's take all these ideas, and they're ours. And Exxon, if you're listening,
you
want our gas shows, you'll have a gas listening to them. Hey!
Ooh, that was good. That was good. You're a funny man.
Thank you. That's really nice of you to say.
So, this makes me realize...
Yeah.
It makes me realize...
this is the pilot cast.
One of the... when I was eating at Chipotle a long time ago...
Why would you do that?
Because it's okay.
Yeah, but there's a lot of diarrhea in that food. I'm sorry. Welcome to the poop cast.
I don't... okay,
tell me your Chipotle story. I'm sorry.
For a while, on Netflix... There's like, or not for a while, it's still there, I think. There's a documentary about Chipotle and where they get their stuff. I'm pretty sure it's just a glorified commercial. I've never watched it, but...
Okay. Chipotle goes directly in your mouth and it's tasty.
Yeah.
Buy our shit.
And they advertised it on their cups. Like, hey, watch this documentary on Netflix. But it said a Chipotle original series on it. So now I'm just imagining any given company a Waste Management original series.
Ah, that's awesome. A
You know,
Burger King original series.
Because like
Perfect.
almost anything if it has anything to do with media at all, like there's going to be iTunes original series at some point.
Oh
There's
yeah.
going to be there's a PlayStation original series already existing.
Yep. There's like
out there.
3.
Oh, okay. Then yeah.
There's one called like Hero Characters.
Yeah. Hero characters in a dangerous land.
See our new show, Protagonists, airing now at McDonald's TV.
A McDonald's original series.
Yeah.
They should make like a sitcom with Ronald McDonald and Grimace when they were young children going to college.
Can I be Grimace?
Yes. What does Grimace even sound like?
Hey Ronald! Hey Ronald! Be Ronald!
What's up?
The French fries!
What are you talking about?
A McDonald's original series. There you go.
And then the Hamburglar comes in and robs them blind, and they become destitute and have to live on the streets.
Oh my
and
god.
It gets really dark, man.
Oh my god.
It's dark and brooding, like most original shows on the internet. Oh, it's really good.
So I just thought of this idea. I wanted to give you guys an idea of something cool to do. Some people were talking about different things on the podcast I mentioned, or emailing into the podcast recently, talking about, hey, I think it's cool that you guys have segments regarding to the podcast. And we were actually talking about doing some fun little animated things down the road. But we wanted to get you guys involved. If you guys wanted to do your own animated segments for the podcast, send them in.
You get a $20 gift card.
$20 gift card to the best one of the, what do you want to do, month?
Sure.
Yeah. Best one of the month gets a $20 gift card to the store. No
Well,
fun.
best one of the month. I mean, screw it. You get 30.
Oh, well, there you go.
I didn't know it was going to be a monthly thing. Okay.
Well, that's why I asked month.
Oh, I didn't hear that part. Sorry.
Best one of the month.
Best one of the month. Yeah, $30 gift card.
$30
store. You can get whatever you want.
Whatever you want. There you go. Get on it.
Yeah.
Anywho, so.
Yeah, that's good. I like when people do that.
Yeah, those are fun.
Yeah.
But again, make your own fan thing. Make your own fan-related piece to a segment in the podcast.
Yeah.
There you go.
Send it to us via email at podcast, or send it to podcast@THAC.tv, or put it on the forums.THAC.tv.
Mm-hmm. Basically, put it up on YouTube and basically like tag us and link it to us.
I thought you said YouTube for a second.
Get it on the YouTubes.
YouTube.
Yeah.
YouTube's poops.
YouTube poops. But yeah, put it on the internet. Send it to us. Tag us in it. And we'll and post it up on places that he just said.
The places.
And there
The
you go.
fact places.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I thought that'd be fun because I remember you guys were talking about it, and I just thought of it again. I was like, oh, I wanted to say that on a podcast.
Yeah.
So yay!
It's out there. It's happening.
Yeah. So anyway,
And we will, whenever there's a winner, we will say something about them on the podcast too.
winner, chicken dinner. We'll go
link
like
you to all the things
That's true. We'll go like
on the Twitters, on the whatevers.
Twitters, Tumblrs, Facebooks. Let's go.
Yeah, FaceFace, MySpace, Friendster, Zanga, the official.
You want to add me on Friendster?
Yeah, I never had Friendster. I don't even know what it is.
I literally think it's just a Facebook copy. I've only heard it in skits.
I thought it was a MySpace copy.
It's
like,
yes, no, it is. You're right.
Yeah.
Anyway,
I'm probably like the millionth person to wonder out loud what MySpace is doing right now. Wonder what MySpace is doing right now.
wonder where MySpace is. What if they're hanging out with the right crowd still?
I'm pretty sure my high school MySpace is still out there. Like me in high school is still out
Guys,
there.
go find it right now. Go.
It's
I've
probably very silly.
I never made a MySpace. I was too busy with GeoCities websites at the time. I was too busy making those.
Mine were called, I think it was called myfreespaces.com or something, like myfreepages.com or something like that.
Oh, you didn't use AngelFire or GeoCities?
I don't think so.
was all
The one that I
GeoCities.
used was really straightforward. It was kind of like a for dummies kind of thing.
Cool.
One of the most fun things when I think about websites,
Yes.
and it's really embarrassing, but I've already said it, so
You
I
should
know I have
tell
to finish
now.
it.
Yeah, you do.
Is I didn't know how to. This is way back, like in middle school. So on my GeoCities website, I had a character that I drew a lot in middle school and still do.
That did justice.
There's a character I had, and I made a website dedicated to him, but I didn't know how to put images of him on things.
Oh.
Like I didn't know how to like say draw it in paint or anything. I didn't know what I was doing. This is like pretty close when I first got a computer.
That's cool.
And so what I did was I think this was on GeoCities at the time. When I messed with it some. Which in GeoCities, all you had to do was type a paragraph and have a visitor counter and guest book and all that stuff. So what I did, I noticed you could make radio buttons, like the checkbox buttons.
Yeah.
And you could put them anywhere you wanted on the website. So I drew this character in checkboxes on the website itself. This is what it looks like.
That's awesome.
Yeah, not really.
No, I want to see that drawing now. It's like, I gotta do it.
It was a character, it was basically an angry Kirby with 3 little hairs on his head.
Cool.
Yeah, it was something.
I want to see him.
Maybe
What was his name?
I can't remember.
Damn.
I can't remember. Oh, Jippy Boo.
Jippy Boo.
JIPPY-BOO.
Jippy Boo.
Yep.
I like him.
Yeah.
I can imagine him now.
Yep. He's really cute. I'll draw him for you.
Please do. I had a GeoCities site that was, I think I've talked about this on the podcast before, definitely. But I had a Dragon Ball Z site.
Yeah.
I think I had a Tenchi Muyo one because Tenchi Muyo just came out, and I was like, I gotta be topical.
You probably had a Gundam Wing one too, didn't you?
I didn't have a Gundam Wing one, but I was into Gundam Wing.
Oh, okay.
I was definitely into Gundam Wing. Me, my brother, and my neighbor were super into Gundam Wing, and it was cool. We built all the models. And then I had one for Invader Zim specifically because Invader Zim, there was a community of people online, and I'll never forget this. I think this is
There's a community of people online for Invader Zim?
Oh my god, I know. No, but here's the cool thing was they had it where it was like this guy was not an official connection to the Invader Zim, but he was like an official guy who rounded up communities and art contests and all this cool stuff.
Yeah.
And I remember really, really liking one gimmick he did. He goes, hey, everyone who has their own website, I'm going to make these trading cards. And I would not steal, but I would borrow this idea, which is basically stealing on the internet. No, but like legitimately, like, I would use this idea again not because I'm like, oh, I want this for myself, but how much fun this was. Again, I'm going to say something that doesn't sound that much fun. But it was fun when you were like 12. I owned a website. My friends own websites. This guy ran this hub saying, hey, do you make a website involving cartoons or Invader Zim in general? I'm going to make trading cards that you can only download off of my website. And here's the code on how to put them on your website, but make sure that nobody can copy the link. You know what I'm saying? That way, it's you have the card. And you'd go on his website, and he would have a random generator where you can, like, when you have an account, you get tokens. Yeah. You could put in a token and get a random card, or here are the 2 free ones of this, like, week. Yeah. So he would, constantly make you want to go to his website every week. Yeah. So you could get your new cards, and you could cash in, and you could put them on your website going, hey, check out my Invader Zim cards. And I had a separate page. Like, I would have Dragon Ball Z websites and all these other weird stuff. But then I was like, I want to make a Zim site because these cards are cool. And I would have, like, it was like, I put all my super rares up top. And it was just, it was legitimately, I thought it was a good idea because it was an easy way to go on a website and be like, here you go. And there are little GIFs or little, images. I always thought it was the funniest where my friend was like, Noah, go to this guy's website. I said, why? He goes, because he didn't put the codes on. He just put them up.
Get them.
So you can just save image as, and now you have his cards. And it was like, and I remember.
Couldn't you game the system really easily that way then? Like, just have a guy being like, hey, I have all these and the code's not on, come take them.
That's what I'm saying. Like, but you didn't want to do that because it ruined the game.
Yeah.
But this one guy is like ruining it for everybody, but it's kind of like, well, I'm going to take your cards, dude. I'm sorry. Yeah. Whoops.
That's neat.
But it was a really cool idea.
That's something that could only really exist on the old internet.
That's what I'm saying. Exactly. Like, that idea is really fun, but it could not exist this day. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like, how else would you do it? You can't be like, oh, Facebook poke. Yeah. I collect them.
Collect a poke.
Here's some images on Tumblr. There's nothing you could do. So, anywho. I think that's fun. I think it was a cool idea. Anyway.
Facebook actually attempted something like that a while back when they had the sticker store.
Oh, yeah.
When you had the stickers on your chats and stuff, you could, like, buy them.
You know what actually was the equivalent of that? Cartoon Network had a thing called The Season.
I was just about to go into that.
Great minds think about
We were.
cartoons.
I looked on the outline that we had for the podcast last week, and we were supposed to talk about that, but we didn't.
Really?
Yeah.
So who remembers C-Zones? Anyway, so if you guys don't know what C-Zones are really cool. You would go on CartoonNetwork.com and you would basically, with their in-game currency, buy C-Zones, C-Tunes, and you would also get a couple for free as a starter pack.
Well, let's back up. What exactly were... So what you got was...
Yes. You would get, like, an image of a character or, like, a little animated GIF. So it would be, like, basically a character that would be, like, in a pose. Like, one of your favorite... Oh, it's Bubbles from Powerpuff Girls. She's going to punch you. And some of them were just images. Some of them, you clicked them, you got sound effects. Or, my favorite ones, you'd click them, and then they would fly around, and they would do, like, some pose or something.
So it gave you your C-Zone, which is basically just a background, and then you got little pictures of characters in different ways.
Yeah, so your website was the C-Zone, and then the C-Tunes where you'd put them all over the page.
Yeah, it was basically, in a way, a custom sticker page.
Yeah,
yeah,
absolutely, and you can move it around all you want. And the fun part was they had an in-game currency, so you could buy them, and you would get like 10 C points for going to someone. No, you get 1 C point for going to someone's page, and you'd get like 10 C points if you clicked everything.
Yeah.
And so it would make you want to go to other people's pages. And what's cool is you can go to like, I want to see my neighbors, because apparently there was a virtual neighborhood. So like there was people who were next to your house.
Yeah.
So you would be like, I want to see what my neighbor is doing.
Yeah.
Or you could press, I want to see a random C-Zone.
Yeah.
And it would just take you to somebody else's.
Like, oh, this person's got a Powerpuff Girl set up here.
Right.
And,
And what was really cool about it is...
And you could change your backgrounds and everything too, to where you could have like a Dexter's living room or Powerpuff Girls room or whatever.
I think for the longest time my C-Zone was inside of Dexter's lab, and he had like all these pistons everywhere. It just looked really cool. It looked like inside of a robot's stomach.
I can't remember what mine looked like. I know that I had a rare Samurai Jack, and that was my that was my pride and joy. I had it in front and center. I
remember all of the Toonami ones were really rare, so I was really pumped when I got Dragon Ball ones. That was like, out of nowhere. I was like, whoa.
Yeah, I remember having a Dragon Ball Z, a few of them too.
That was cool. I remember, but yeah, the 3 backgrounds I used all the time was outside of Pokey Oaks Kindergarten from Powerpuff Girls, because I'm a Powerpuff Girls fan. I love that show. Dexter's Lab with all the pistons, and then I had on top of King Kai's Planet, because they made a Dragon Ball one. I was like, I want that one. That's really cool. But one thing that was awesome was when you go to someone's C-Zone, it literally said like they're online.
Yeah.
And you could message them and trade with them. And that was unbelievably appealing.
Yeah.
Like, I want to trade. You want to know what my rarest one was? Brack. And you click him, and he goes, "Hey, everybody, I'm Brack." And I'm like, oh, it was super rare. I was like, yeah. So that one was really cool. Like, basically, like, weird, obscure characters were really rare. And that was the fun of it. Like, but they made, like, tons of them of all these different characters. But, like, I remember, like, the Wacky Races and, like, like old weird, like, Tom and Jerry ones were really rare.
Yeah.
That was cool. And then, at the end life expectancy of it, well, not the end, but it was, like, midway, they made a game out of it where you could actually get C-Tunes that were like these discs, and you could battle each other online.
Of course.
And that was super fun too.
This was back in the day where they didn't think kids would be interested in things that they couldn't fight each other.
Yeah.
Back in the days of Digimon and Beyblades and all that stuff.
And it was actually a really cool game. It was kind of like the the card game in Final Fantasy IX. You put the card in the field. Yeah, and it's like, that was what it basically was, but with like little discs in a circle. And I'll never forget this. I had a bunch of people on my team because they all had synergy, like when they were next to each other, like bonuses. I had Muriel from Courage the Cowardly Dog. She was really good. They all had different abilities. Like, she had like a healing ability, and I wanted to use that. And then I remember getting, because they had like the Chase Ultra Rares. My Ultra Rare that I pulled, I was so pumped. It was Bubbles in the bunny rabbit costume when she's on the pogo stick, Harmony Bunny. I was like, yes, awesome. I'm a big Bubbles fan, so I was like, this is like the greatest thing ever.
Yeah.
Again, it's all digital code that's now destroyed, sadly, but
do you remember?
It was great.
I do not remember what these things were called. I think I've talked about it with you at some point, and you told me the name of it. Do you remember? They were kind of like Digimon.
Okay.
and kind of like Monster Rancher, where it had a barcode scanner on it.
Oh,
And you scan the barcode.
I think they were
on
called
certain
scanners.
things. Were they called scanners?
I think they were called scanners.
And you would get a monster from it. I don't remember how it worked. I always wanted one so bad.
I did too, because it was such a good idea. It made kids want to go to the grocery store. It's like, oh yeah,
exactly. That's a brilliant idea.
Yeah.
And I think it needs to be revisited now.
Yeah.
Like, even just make it like straight up like a wrestling thing. Like, scan a barcode and you get
a wrestler.
You get John Cena from this pack of macaroni and cheese or something. You know, like, would be really cool.
Let's do it.
The way I imagined it worked was they had different like barcode iterations that could be possible, and they had characters assigned to that, unless it was just entirely random, which I don't know, and neither would surprise me.
Right.
And so maybe what would be really cool if you did that now, and I like the technology to do this, so if you want to steal this idea, go for it. Just say, hey, Troy made this up. Is have like a system, like a back-end type system where all these different iterations of barcodes are there, and the common characters you can get are COMMON, common characters, not like Common Writer.
Yeah.
We're like in a window of a lot of different barcodes. So if you scan this barcode, you get this common character, and if you scan this other barcode, you might get that same common character.
Right.
But certain other ones were like rares, where the window of those different kinds of UPC codes were, because UPC codes are just numbers.
Yeah.
Like the barcodes just represent numbers.
Sure.
So, like those different iterations of numbers would be like a rare character you could have on there. So, say if it was wrestling, say a really common one would be a John Cena, and then a really uncommon one would be like a Mr. McMahon or like a Jim Ross or one of those characters.
Yeah,
you know?
Heartbreak Kid, HBK.
Yeah, you know, like a not very rare one would be Big Show, and then a rarer one would be Andre the Giant in his like luchador mask. You know, one of those.
Oh, yeah. So it's like something very specific.
Yeah, something very specific like that. So you would want to go to...
Super rare gobbledygooker.
So you could go... So kids would want to go to the store with their parents. They could scan their things and collect their whatevers. Collect their cards or, you know, what have yous.
Sure.
But you could also set up like a website where you had forms and everything. So someone could be like, dude... I found the super rare on this specific kind of ramen or something. Go out there and find it and go get it. And you have like kids going out to the store.
And then exactly. You'd make marketing deals all the time.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, you should go buy the soup.
It's a good idea. I think it's a pretty good idea. Someone
do
should
it.
get in on that.
Let's do it now.
You know, because kids like collecting things. I say being like to collect things.
Kids like things.
Kids like things, but I also like things too.
I like things too.
I would probably get into that. That'd be pretty cool.
That'd be a lot of fun.
Yeah, they should.
Let's go collect some stuff right now.
Yeah.
It's mine.
Yeah, I have.
Collecting's fun.
I have a Pebble watch right now, like the Pebble time.
La-di-da! No, I'm kidding.
I'm going somewhere with this. Okay.
Okay.
This episode is brought to you by Pebble.
Yeah.
When
I was sleeping on my pile of money, I thought to myself, no, God.
Something this is kind of related to that. Not sleeping on a pile of money, but the scanners things. I think would be really fun because you can get different watch faces and stuff on it, and there's all different kinds of things. Usually, anything pop culture related you can get on here. Like, hey, here's a One Punch Man watch. You can get it.
Cool.
They need to have. Do you remember Sea Watches?
Yeah.
Sea Watch. They need to have one of those available on here. Someone make a Sea Watch.
Go make a Sea Watch.
I remember my mom wouldn't let me get it because it had one that farted. Yeah.
What?
My mom wouldn't let me watch Ren and Stimpy either, so you know.
Oh, fair enough. I had a Pokemon Sea Watch, and I had a Squirtle.
I did get a Pokemon Sea Watch. It was a Charmander.
Nice. Hey.
It was like an orange one.
Is Charmander your go-to starter?
Mm-hmm.
Cool. Mine's Squirtle. There you go.
I usually go for fire type, except for in X and Y, I went for Chespin, who was a grass type because I thought he was the cutest.
He's great. He's a grass and fighting too. He's super cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. I always go water. Not because I have anything super biased with water. It's one of my favorite types, yes, but I just like all the water guys. It's like
first time.
It's a penguin. It's a turtle. It's an alligator.
First time I ever played Pokemon, I picked Charmander as my starter in the original Pokemon. That's like saying,
that's hard
yes,
mode.
I will play on hard mode
that's
because you got to fight Brock with him.
Yep, it's Bulbasaur's easy mode, Squirtle's in normal mode, and Charmander's hard mode.
Yeah, just at least in the very beginning. Well, no, because you got to do Brock then Misty, don't you? Is Misty second?
Misty's second.
So you got to fight Water with your fire starter.
Right. And because that was the thing, it's like it's all about the starters because Bulbasaur beats Brock and Misty, and not very effective against Surge, not very effective against Erica, and then Poison hurts you. Psychic will hurt you. Fire will hurt you. Yeah. So you have a good... Honestly...
What was Giovanni's type?
Giovanni was ground.
Okay.
He was my favorite.
He was the last gym leader, I think, wasn't he? Yeah.
Because ground, water, and fighting are my favorite Pokemon, so I always liked everybody that brought that to the table.
Yeah.
They're always cool. Yeah.
I had 2 Sea-Watches. Anyway, I had the Charmander Sea-Watch. I didn't have any of the original ones.
Yeah.
They got banned at my school almost immediately because they would make noise too much.
Did Tamagotchi ever get banned in your school?
No, I don't think so.
Really? My school, they were like, no Tamagotchi. We played with them, and we had them on the bus all the time, but they were just like, you gotta put those away, you gotta turn them off. We're like, turn them off?
I think Tamagotchi is a thing that should come back too.
This is my child. What? They're still around.
Not in the same big way.
Well,
Wait,
yeah, they don't...
Do they still make the keychains?
Yeah.
Really?
And they have USB ports in them, and you plug them up, and they load up to the website.
Oh, yeah, they're called like Tamagotchi Go or something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can they exist mostly online.
Right, but you can still bring it portable with you.
Yeah.
Like, it's cool. They still have it, you know.
I have a gigantic soft spot for dot matrix LCD things.
Nice. Yeah. Tiger Electronics.
Not those. Those are not dot matrix LCDs.
Okay.
There's another name for those. Those are the static image ones.
Static image, yeah.
I'm talking about the squares. Like
the little pixel, yeah,
like
those
the
are
little
cool.
pixel based ones that Tamagotchis were made out of.
Digimon were cool.
I only had 2 Sea-Watches. I had one that was a Charmander and one that was a fortune teller that my friends loved.
Nice.
Because you would just you press it and it'd be like, the spirits are not answering right now, and then it would show a toilet flush and you go, yeah, they're kind of busy.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah. Like it'd tell you yes, no, maybe questions.
Oh,
stuff.
Did I ever tell you the story of what I thought Tamagotchis were?
No.
When I was a kid. I apologize again if I told this on the podcast.
I don't think you have.
Okay. So when I was a kid, I was driving to the store because my mom said, hey, we can get those Tamagotchi things because they're
I had to beg my mom to let me get one.
Yeah, no, like we did really good in school. My mom was like, hey, we're each gonna get a Tamagotchi. And they were on the news and we were like, we heard about them, right? We're like, oh, whoa, what's this? And the thing is, you can only see like artwork or like promo artwork where it's like the text and then the drawings. I'm driving to the store. My brother knows what they are, and I'm like, "What are they, dude?" He's like, because he told me about it, and I was like, "Mom, I want one too." And she's like, "Okay, we can do that. Let's drive to the store. And you guys did good in school." So we were driving to the store, and I'll never forget the drive there was the most anticipation, like excitement I've ever had. And I'm looking out the window, going, "What the hell?" Because this is what my brother says. I'm a little kid, and I go, "What is Tamagotchi?" And he goes, Tamagotchis, this is messed up. Tamagotchis are a robotic egg that will hatch and turn into a digital monster, and it will become your friend. And you can raise it and do all these things. I literally had 2 ideas in my head of what it was. I was going to get a big, giant tin egg that was like this big, like a football.
Yeah.
I was going to wait for it and raise it, and it was going to hatch. And out of it was going to either come a box that shot a hologram, and the hologram chicken was going to run around my house. So it's like it's just shooting a projection, because he said digital creature. So I was like, digital creature. Or the robot egg was going to hatch, and a little robotic chicken was going to come out. And it was like, bark, bark, bark. And it was like, oh, it's my friend now.
Yeah.
I literally thought... That's what Tamagotchis were, because I never saw one. I imagined this big egg, and it was like, boop. And I'll tell you one thing. I was not disappointed with what I got. I really was. I wasn't like, oh, man, it's not that. I was like, oh, this is more convenient. I'm not going to have to pick up, like, robot turds now. This is great. So...
Do you know that I found on my phone... Oh, sorry, go ahead.
I was just going to say, I love Tamagotchis from when I thought they were something, and then when I realized what they were.
Yeah. All right, I got a question for people. Well, no, let me finish my thought previously first.
Okay.
I was looking around because for some reason, one of my favorite games ever to play is look for a game to play. I will spend 3 hours on Steam looking at things, being like, I might want to play that someday. But also, when I'm laying in bed before I go to sleep, I'll look at Google Play on my phone for like an hour, being like, hey, I would download that, and then I don't. But I found that Bandai Namco has an app where you can just put a little widget on your computer screen on your Android phone that's a Tamagotchi, like a legit original Tamagotchi. that's just on your home screen.
I just noticed you say Tamagotchi. It's Tamagotchi.
I'm from the South. That's what we said.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Tamagotchi.
Oh, okay.
I don't know.
That's okay.
Tamagotchi?
Tamagotchi is it's the Japanese.
Well, that's how we say it in the South, man. I don't know about you, but I think we say it pretty good.
That's cool.
Yeah.
I just remember
That's cool.
That's cool. I remember being a kid in when I was a kid, and
A kid when you were a kid.
and I saw an American trailer, and then they showed a Japanese trailer on a news thing, like it's sweeping the nation.
Yeah.
The Tamo.
Sweeping the sea nation.
I think they said Tamagotchi on the thing, and they show it, and I remember seeing very clearly the little cartoon characters running around with the Japanese text, and they bump into it, and they go Tamagotchi. I was like, Tamagotchi, cool. So there you go.
So I was kind of in the opposite boat of you, where I thought I went through like a couple of years where I loved those things. I had tons of them.
Mm-hmm.
I think at one point I had a keychain of not Tamagotchis. Like I had a Tamagotchi, but I had other ones, like an entire keychain of them, like 5 of them at once.
Okay.
I had a Rugrats one. Where you took care. Yeah, it was a pretty cool idea.
The Digipets.
Yeah, like where you could swap between the characters.
That's cool.
And it felt a little too personal for me. I can't take care of Tommy. I'm sorry. I knew them already. You know, I didn't want them to die.
Well, sure. Oh my God, that would be horrible.
They didn't die.
Oh, good.
They quote went back to the treehouse. Don't ask me. I don't know. They might have just died.
That's what mom and dad say when your dog dies.
Yeah, went back to the treehouse.
Don't worry, the dog will just went back to your treehouse.
I had here's what I was gonna say a second ago with the question I have for everyone. If anyone can help me, my favorite one was I tried to find it so many times and I can't. It was a chicken, I think. It was a little chicken, and it came in a blue case, and it felt like it came straight from China to me. Like it felt almost like a ripoff, maybe.
Okay.
What was that look for?
No, I'm just like, why is China a ripoff?
No, it's like it felt like it might have been like a ripoff of something.
Yeah, you're looking for a knockoff. Yeah.
Yeah, maybe, I don't know, but it was my favorite. So
Okay.
who cares? I think it was in like a little blue case, and it was a chicken. That's all I remember, and I really liked it. And the battery died, and I couldn't get it replaced.
What does it do? Is it like a game, or do you battle them, or?
No, it was just a virtual pet, like just like Tamagotchi,
Cool.
where you just take care of them.
Blue chicken.
Yeah,
Digital
the case was blue. That's all I remember.
Case was blue,
And I
and
really
they didn't
liked
come
it.
in other colors. It was just blue.
It might have come in yellow. I'm not sure.
Look it up, guys.
Yeah,
Digital chicken.
if you can find it, because I never can.
Yeah.
Find it and send it to us at podcast@THAC.tv. I had the chicken one, which was my favorite. I had a dinosaur that was supposed to be a tie-in with Jurassic Park, I think. It was a T-Rex.
That's
It was the
cool.
one I got to live the longest.
The Digimon ones were the rectangles, right?
Yes, those are the ones that you actually battled. That little connection thing on the
That
top.
was so
It looked like it
cool.
was in a cage.
That was really cool.
Those are really neat. I still can never figure out the algorithm behind those things fighting.
Oh, how it worked?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because all it did was you would hook them together, and one would go, and it would shoot like 1 to 3 fireballs, and then would hit the other one, and then the other one would shoot 1 to 3 fireballs. And I think it's whoever hit the other with the most fireballs.
Right, but it was a stat thing.
Yeah, there was a stat thing.
You
because
raised your guy.
Yeah, you could train them, and if you raised them correctly, they would grow up correctly, and you could train them to be stronger and everything.
Yeah. I think I had a friend explain it to me once. I don't remember what he said, but I remember it's something where it's like if your speed is higher, then it lowers the chance of you getting hit.
Yeah.
The higher someone's attack is, the more accurate it is when it hits. So it's all these weird. It was a big number system.
Yeah.
But get wrecked.
Speaking of getting wrecked,
Digimon.
you want to get wrecked by some emails?
Yes, but I want to give a 90-second homage
Okay.
to our friend Daniel Bryan.
Oh, yeah.
Daniel Bryan recently retired. If you don't know who that is, he's a really good wrestler.
If you don't know who that is, shame on you.
If you don't know who that is, shame on you because he's literally been on the entire podcast. He's been our special guest right here.
Yeah, he's been sitting here right in front of us.
Yeah.
Hey, Daniel Bryan. I mean, it's me, Daniel Bryan.
Well, that's John Cena.
I'm Daniel Bryan now.
Oh.
Yes.
Yes. I agree.
Correct.
Correct. Anyway.
Indubitably.
Quite. Daniel Bryan, really cool wrestler. Shout out to you because we both think you're pretty awesome.
He announced his retirement. We'll miss him.
Yes.
Sad.
Last night was official retirement. So, He was a really cool wrestler. If anything, do yourself a favor and go YouTube some of Daniel Bryan's matches. They're really awesome.
Yeah.
And tell us what you think, because he's a cool beard guy. And the reason why I only bring it up is because we talk about on the podcast and just at panels that, hey, you guys can do anything. Just start and do it. Daniel Bryan, he is not a big, giant, buff, super wrestler guy. He's, I think, 5'8", and he's not super muscly. He's a doofy, cool beard guy, and he goes, I love wrestling, and I'm going to do it, and everyone told him no. And guess what? He became the heavyweight champion.
He became the guy.
He became WWE champion and the heavyweight champion at WrestleMania 30.
Yeah.
And again, you say, like, well, things are kind of, set in, like, story-wise in wrestling. They weren't going to give him a chance. They told him, no, you're a mid-carder. You're not good. No, you're not the look. You're not the guy.
Yeah.
And he had, 80,000 people doing his yes chant, saying, we want Daniel Bryan. And he hijacked.
He made WWE have no choice but to.
Yeah, exactly. Like, people were gonna riot. Like, you give him a chance, or we're not gonna watch. Like, so he somehow single-handedly hijacked an entire industry with being cool. And hey, kids, you could do it too.
Yeah.
Go hijack a live television show. Anyway, so yeah, check him out. He's really inspirational, really cool guy. And Daniel Bryan, thank you for everything. Yay.
Emails.
Let's do some emails.
First email comes from Paul. It says, "Hey, Thacaronis," which I really like.
Sweet.
It's me, Paul.
Hi, Paul.
Paul, video game nerd, that is, on the THAC forums. Let me quickly say that I have a great amount of gratitude for the podcast and other content, of course, as they give me something to listen to on the long bus rides from a day of high school. Isn't it amazing to know your fan base has many hormone and angst-filled teenagers? Sure.
I'm happy with that.
Great. On the topics of fan bases, actually, leads me to my question. I don't want to be that guy, but since my question primarily directs towards Noah, I'll be putting in a quick bonus second question for both of you. Thacapinos.
Thacapinos.
I like it. Thacaroni, Thacapinos.
He's got some good ones.
Thacapino, Thacaroni, and cheese.
Now I want some.
Question number 1. Just as I and many others, Noah, it is apparent that you are also a fan of the now widely popular family, note, not kids, cartoon show, Steven Universe. What does it mean by family, not kids?
I guess because it's family-oriented, like anyone can watch it.
Yeah,
I guess,
so.
I think.
Yeah.
But yeah, anyone can watch Steven Universe, sure.
It's a great show, and the fans of the show have produced a lot of great content, but it hurts when I have to agree with the claim that many consider the fandom to be, quote, the worst, best fandom.
That's because of one article written on the internet.
I wanted to know your opinion on the show's fandom and the many times some act very immature and ruin the fun for others. Mm-hmm. If you, Troy, or any others aren't familiar, the fandom had a select few that made some poor choices.
Yes. Okay, so here's my whole take on it. One, I think people should respect everybody in what they're doing. Have fun with it. With whatever you want to do. At the end of the day, don't best way to word it is, like, don't start fights. Don't, like, go, hey, you don't like my stuff, so I'm mad at you. Don't be like that. But at the same time, don't also attack people going, your stuff sucks, I guess. Because what the whole thing was, I think what he's referring to is, there was this one girl who's like, hey, I'm going to draw Steven Universe characters. This is pretty cool. And everyone went, hey, that character is more chubbier or broader hips. Why did you draw her skinny? That's shaming of her body. And it's like, no, I just want to do an art style.
I just wanted to draw it my way.
Right, yeah, I'm just having fun. I'm just drawing a picture. And people kind of cram down her throat, like that's, we're really mad at you.
That's not how it's supposed to be, blah, blah, blah.
Right, so again, valid effort of going, it's okay to be a bigger woman, but at the same time, there's a level of defending people and there's a level of attacking people. And I don't think it's Steven Universe fans. I think Steven Universe draws people, because what's great about Steven Universe is characters come in all shapes and sizes, and there's a cool thing about that where, like, as an artist, the character design is wonderful in that show, because there's skinny characters, there's fat characters, there's oblong characters, there's aliens, there's like weird machines. The show is really good at being diverse, not in a like we're all different people, but in a whoa, look at everything, is so cool.
In a way that feels natural, I guess.
Exactly, it works for the universe. So that is great, and that's celebrated in the universe of Steven Universe, and it's cool. I think people need to go, well, wait a minute. Like, hey, you know what? I don't think you should make a chubbier character skinny, but that's you. It's not for me. Stop looking at it. You know what I mean? Move on.
Yeah.
I don't think people need to make like a big post about
that's on up there with you are enjoying it wrong type thing.
Yes, and me and you are both very against the concept. Like,
Yeah.
no, you don't tell people you're enjoying it wrong. That's not fair. You know, let them people embrace it how they want. So that I don't think is a Steven Universe thing. I think it's more so the fact that because Steven Universe celebrates diversity, it will draw that attention because the fans like the diversity and they don't want it to go away because it's like it's a good thing to celebrate.
Yeah.
Again, I like the show because it has really good writing. I think the characters are really well done. I think it's cool. I personally don't really like being a part of a fandom in the sense of like we're all part of the club, right? It's like
we're all the same, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Really.
And then it's
We're
like
not the same.
you don't watch it, I don't like you. It's
Yeah.
like I think the whole concept of people coming together and celebrating like, oh, you like Spider-Man comics? So do I.
Yeah.
I think that should be more of a unification concept of like we have something in common, not you're not on my team.
Mm-hmm.
Because I feel like people should stop making cliques, stop making fandoms, stop making like I'm a part of this now, guys.
Well, don't stop making fandoms.
No. That's what I was about to say. Like, don't start being a part of your fandom. Don't stop creating your fandom and enjoying what you love. You know,
just don't make it a closed off club or something. I guess
that's kind of that's what I'm really trying to get at. Yes, you have the better wording on that. It's basically make your fandoms, have a wonderful time, make a club. That's okay. Just don't be excluding or angry at people for doing
that aren't wanting to be a part of the fandom in the way that you are or something.
Yes,
like don't get mad at that.
Exactly. So again, I say for people who haven't seen Steven Universe, don't let anything you've seen or heard on the internet discourage you from the show. I think what you should do, I think with anything, not even just Steven Universe, watch a show, enjoy it. Don't be consumed by what other people are doing. Enjoy it yourself. But if you want to be a part of a group of other people who hang out and talk about something, then do it. Who cares? You know?
Yeah.
So be a part of a fandom. Enjoy what you like. Don't be a hateful guy.
Second part of this person's question says, what's your guys' opinions on fandoms in general? Well, you kind of answered that already. And most certainly when extremists ruin the fun for others. Fandom extremists. That's a harsh word.
Yeah.
Any notable events where fandom stands out in your memory, be it positive or negative?
I
don't follow things very closely because I don't really have a whole lot of time.
Same. Yeah. And that's the thing. It's like we don't have like the like, oh hey, let's go, make like fan related things. But there are plenty of things where I watch a show and I'm like, oh man, I really want to draw this character right now.
Yeah.
I've done that plenty of times. I'll still do that on my spare time when I have it. But yeah,
the media that I consume the most is probably video games, and I would say video games are the scariest thing to talk about online.
Yeah,
because it's very.
Yeah, hey, I really liked Metal Gear Solid 2. I hate you because it's the worst one. It's like, whoa, hey.
Yeah, people have opinions on video games, and I don't really want to be a part of it. I don't want to be a part of that fight because it doesn't matter to me because I'm going to enjoy it either way.
Yeah, and that's kind of like, that's a good follow-up. That's a good connecting thing to what I was saying too, is like, don't let other people ruin it for you. You know what I mean? Like, I think that's the worst thing you can do is stare someone away from wanting to get into something. You know what I mean? Like how much of a bummer would it be if someone goes like, oh, hey, I really like Clear Lakes 44. And then one person sits there and goes, well, there's a sound effect that really offended me. Don't watch it. Oh, I shouldn't watch it? Gee whiz. That would be a bummer, you know? Like, don't do that.
Yeah.
Watch things that are fun.
Thanks for possibly reading this long email with the stupid topic naming gimmick I made up, you THACbers. I really cannot wait for the future of THAC and hope to support you as much as I can. Until next time, Paul.
Thank you, Paul.
In parentheses, the video game nerd.
I am totally welcoming your long email because we gave a long answer.
Yes. Next question ties into this.
Okay.
More than I thought it would. This is from Officially Bored. It's the name they have on their...
Hi, board.
Hi, I just had a question. I was wondering, do you guys ever get annoyed by people saying stuff like, OMG, Maskey is my favorite creepypasta. Wait, what's Marble Hornets? Or stuff like that. I see it a lot, and it's kind of annoying. I really don't care either way, honestly. It's how someone chooses to enjoy something.
Yeah.
It's fine with me.
If you're having fun, have fun. Don't affect other people. Let them do their thing, whatever. And again, hey, and you know what the thing is? There's nothing wrong with that bothering you. Just don't go out of your way to be like, don't do that. You're dumb and I hate you. Right. Just have fun, you know? If anything, turn it around. Make it more positive. Like, oh, you don't know what Marble Hornets is? Check out Marble Hornets.
Yeah, please say that.
Yeah, say that all day.
Yeah. That's a pretty common question we get, is that, and it honestly doesn't bother me that much.
Right on.
It's something that I helped make and has gotten popular enough out there for people to make separate things out of it like that. So I think that's a success.
Yeah.
In a way, as long as they're not like, hey, I made this, give me money for it or something, then,
Yeah.
that's the only way that I would be offended by that, because that's not cool for anyone to do. For anything, really.
Yeah, don't do that.
So, yeah.
Just enjoy your thing.
Next question is from Amy.
Hey, Amy.
So, a few podcasts ago, you were talking about imaginary games that spawned your love for D&D and imagination in general. I have a similar tale.
Ooh.
I am an only child and grew up as one. This might seem a bit sad to some, but I was okay. Anyway, I had a bunch of dinosaur toys that I loved and listened to a composer of 80 Cent called Jean-Michel Jarre? I think
Jean-Michel Jarre.
it's a French sounding name, and I hope I'm pronouncing that somewhat closely to what it's supposed to be. You might not have heard of him, but his music has been heard on a lot of adverts over the years. This person is not from the US because they said adverts and not commercials. Anyway, his album Revolution always played in the background when I played with my dinosaurs, and so I constructed a story that fit both the music and the cast of characters I had made my dinosaurs into.
I like it.
All the meat eaters were banished on the floor, while the good plant eaters lived on top of the table, apart from a meat-eating Dimetrodon, I think. The sailfin lizard-like dinosaur. P.S. It's not really a dinosaur. Who protected the plant-eating dinosaurs for some reason. One day, out of nothing and nowhere, the meat eaters on the floor built and made a dragon, which flew up and terrorized the plant eaters for revenge. The Dimetrodon, who I think I named Dawn, came in and saved the day, but got poisoned because I thought all dragons were poisonous at the time. But under some miraculous circumstance, Dawn survived and everyone rejoiced and had a party. This scenario here, my child self thought of as what made me interested in creative writing and role-playing with my friends. The only other story I can think of is that me and my friends at school used to reenact Harry Potter since the first and second films came out about the time, and it was the next best, or the new best thing. P.S. I'm a decent artist and would like to draw more fan art of you guys. You might know my works, Wiggy and the Ducks and THAC as dogs, but I'm usually out of ideas when it comes to drawing for THAC. Do any of them. Do any that you wish.
Do it.
Draw Noah as Don the dinosaur that you're talking about. Do it. That is my request.
That's the new contest. Do
it. You can't tell if you're watching or if you're listening to the audio only version, but I had a big smile on my face when I was reading that whole thing.
Yeah, no.
Because I realized the corners of my mouth kind of hurt. That was very.
That was an engaging story.
That reminded me a lot of the kinds of things I used to do as a kid too. Were those like long dramatic stories that literally only existed in my head.
Yes.
My friends and I used to on my parents' back deck, like covered back deck that we have, we used to call it just play Legos is what we would do, and we would set up whole storylines with Lego characters and everything.
That's awesome.
I had one from I think it was the Mars set, which came out in the late 80s, I think.
Okay.
So he had a big M on his chest, and I called him Megma Man. I don't know why.
Not Magma Man?
No.
Megma Man?
It was close to Mega Man, I thought.
That's cool. Megma Man.
Just don't add an S to it.
No, I know.
Yeah.
I wasn't going to say it.
Yeah, I realized that way later.
That's pretty funny.
Yeah. I still have him. He's still in my...
How funny.
What?
How funny would that be if you're just like, oh man, this is my favorite toy. It's like, oh, he never had a name, but I called him like Peony. You know what I mean?
I called him Wiener Bones.
Yeah, you're like, oh, I won't ruin that for you, but right on.
Great.
Have fun with Peony, I guess.
Yeah, I was a kind of unconventional naming with my things, I guess.
Didn't happen.
I still have him. He's still in my and what?
I want to see him.
Yeah, I'll send you a picture of him.
Cool.
I still have him in my big Lego case, and I have a case inside a case with my Legos that has all the minifigures that were mixed up, not the official like minifigs that I collect. Just the ones that were mixed up that Callie will play with one day. And I hope she plays with Megma Man.
I like it.
Yeah. In fact, that was my first AOL name. Was Megma02. Someone already took the first one, I guess. I don't know. If you're out there listening, why did you take it from me?
I don't know.
Yeah.
Did I ever tell you? If we're gonna talk first screen names, I had Monkey Dude 1989.
Right.
Monkey Dude. And then when I got into Dragon Ball, I had Super Saiyan. I did SS for Super Saiyan.
Yeah. I thought it was SSJ.
Yeah, that's exactly what I did.
Yeah.
SSJ. I did SSJ Goten. Because Goten was first announced.
Yeah.
I didn't even see the episodes, and I was like, oh, he gets a little brother. I want to call him Goten.
Yeah.
Twister, the hot spot. Do you remember that?
We were at a toy store the other day because the mall that we go to a lot has a really cool toy store in it. We went inside and there was what I guess Skip It turned into. Skip it, do da be ba 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 do.
Yeah, the song? It's like,
and the very best thing of all, there's a counter on this wall. So try and beat your very best score. And then you're gonna skip it a whole lot more. I think that's what it was.
Skip it from Tiger Toys.
Metallics.
Have I ever sung the whole song on
of the Beetleborgs song?
Beetleborgs?
I think so, but sing it again. Why not?
Okay. I'll sing the first chorus just so it's not long. 3 typical average kids climb inside a mansion, rub the lamp and free the ghost, and now they're Beetleborgs. Beetleborgs. Big bad Beetleborgs.
Metallics.
Big bad Beetleborgs. Metallics. In season 2 they said Metallics.
Yeah.
I said climbed inside a mansion.
Yeah. We climbed inside this mansion. Do you remember VR Troopers?
Yes.
All right. Next email is...
I do.
I just remember those are the big 3 that I remember was Power Rangers, Beetleborgs, and VR Troopers. I think VR Troopers came on UPN.
Do you remember Ultraman?
Yeah, that was like the very first
He's so awesome.
one that came out, like came from Japan, right?
He does a laser thing?
I don't remember Ultraman ever coming on TV.
Really?
I don't think so.
Oh, he would come on like the old like movie channels.
Like TCM and stuff.
Yeah, he was awesome. I liked him as a kid. I had a Ultraman figure when I was a kid.
Next email comes from David.
Hi, David.
David says, "Hey, THAC."
Oh.
So on the last podcast, the YouTube one, Troy mentioned it should be the same as the SoundCloud one. But
the only YouTube one.
Yeah. Troy mentioned about the trailer for Saw that looked like a Universal Studios ride. Turns out, when I was little, there was a Saw ride in Las Vegas, the Nevada one. What other one is there?
Las Vegas.
I never
Las
went
Vegas,
on
Idaho.
I never went on it, but it was at the Circus Casino during Halloween. I don't know if it's still there, but yes, there is a Saw ride. All right, I'm not surprised at all. Also, I remember that Noah mentioned somewhere that he watches Steven Universe.
Guys, hey, hold on one second. Hey, everybody, did you know that I watched Steven Universe? I think I said it once on a podcast.
Yeah.
I said it on one episode, and then someone said, hey, do you watch Steven Universe? And I said, yes. So that means I said it twice.
Yeah.
So now everyone hears it, and they go, and I guarantee you, nobody heard it the first time I said it. They only hear it from when people ask me, have you seen Steven Universe? Guys, I have worked with Cartoon Network before. I have not worked on Steven Universe, though. I would like to, though. It's a fun show.
I gave it a try, and I love it. They just put love in all caps, so that's how I'm going to say it.
I thought you said they wrote it in exclamation points. No. That would be impressive.
Yeah.
Just love.
Being a music creator myself, I love the musical style and how it really fits into the show. So thank you, Noah, for adding more happiness in my life.
Yay.
Anyway, thanks for your guys' content, too. Sincerely, David.
Steven Universe is awesome. THAC's okay.
Yeah.
Thank you. That's very nice.
Tell us about Steven Universe, Noah.
Tell me about Steven Universe, Noah. You know what? Here you go. I'm 100% fine with this. If you guys ever meet us at a con, ask me about Steven Universe. I'll give you a grumpy face and then immediately get happy because I'm like, oh yeah, this is a good show.
Yeah.
We'll talk about it.
My wife started watching it with our daughter
Nice.
last week because we got a Hulu subscription. So
You should watch it. It's really good. It's actually a good cartoon.
a lot more shows are on Hulu than I thought there was. Like a lot of the Cartoon Network shows are on there.
Wait, are all the Cartoon Network shows like you can watch every episode of Steven Universe on Hulu?
Yes,
Really?
all of them, including new ones when they come out.
Like, can you watch like the old stuff too, like Powerpuff Girls and Dexter and shit?
I'm pretty sure that's on there. Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah, the one that surprised me the most was that all of Adventure Time, all of Regular Show,
Wow.
and all of Gumball are on there.
Whoa!
Yeah, and
this
so-
became a Hulu commercial real
Yeah.
fast.
You definitely get the commercial-free version though, because it would suck to pay for commercials.
Yeah. Hulu, try your free month now.
Yeah.
We're not being sponsored by Hulu. We're really not.
We're really
Hulu,
not.
sponsor us. We will promote you.
Yeah. And I so for a while there, when we would sit down and Callie likes big, flashy things on the TV screen.
Mm-hmm.
So naturally, Gumball. Gumball is a very big flashy thing.
Yeah.
It is a very hyperactive show.
Absolutely.
And I had a startling realization about it. Gumball, The Amazing World of Gumball, is the kid-friendly version of It's Always Sunny.
Yeah.
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 I had that realization
Whoa.
because almost at the end of almost every episode, no one learns anything.
Nope.
There's no lesson to be learned, and it just stops.
Nobody's really a good guy in that show either.
Yeah, no one is a good character, or no one is a good character as
Yeah.
in, like a good guy.
Yeah, they're good people, but
they're all awful in different ways.
Right.
Just like in Always Sunny.
That's pretty good.
Yeah, I realized that.
That is pretty good.
I guess. Well, no, regular show's not really like that at all. But
I mean, they're not great people, but they still fight for virtuous things.
There's something that really bugs me on the Hulu description for regular show. It says, is like Mordecai, our sarcastic blue jay, and his best friend Rigby, a semi-responsible raccoon. It's like he's none of those things.
No,
he's not semi-responsible at all. That's the opposite of what he is.
He is the chaotic fireball in the show.
It's like Did you watch this show? Did you watch an episode of this show?
No.
Anyway,
I did not.
next email is from Jim.
Hi, Jim.
So basically, yes, Kevin 11.
Kevin 11. Yes. I'm serious. If you send anything in to the P.O. Box, anything Kevin 11 related, I will put it in my house. I barely have seen that show with Kevin 11. I just love that name.
Kevin 11.
Send us Kevin 11 stuff.
Oh, hey guys, it's me, Kevin 11.
Hey guys, I'm Kevin 11.
Can
Wanna
I
hang out?
Can I be on your show? I got aliens too.
Yeah, look at my powers. I have one
But
more
his
than
name,
Ben.
I guess if you think about it, he should be better than Ben 10 because he's got more dudes.
He is better
but
than
his
Ben
name
10.
is Kevin 11.
He's Kevin 11.
So was there like I'm trying to think of things that rhyme with the other numbers. What?
This is a funny name.
What?
Kevin 11 is a funny
okay.
name.
So was there like Breeze 3? Breeze isn't a name. I'm sorry.
Is like Doris Forrest. I don't know.
Anyway, that failed spectacularly.
Yeah.
Jim says, so basically, yes, Kevin 11 was the coolest thing in Ben 10. He was like this, quote, bad boy type kid, and he hung out with Ben and taught him how to, like, steal and stuff.
Oh, because that's bad boy stealing stuff.
So basically, one day he decides, you know what, I want more. So he steals Ben's powers, and then slowly, over a couple of episodes, I think it was 2, he transforms into this huge monster that is a combination of all 10 original monsters. And then he comes back as a normal person in Ben 10 Alien Force. And I think it was in Ultimate Alien that he does the same thing once again, but this time to save Ben because they're chill now. I don't know. I'll have to watch the episodes again.
Yeah.
I swear I still have those DVDs somewhere.
Do it.
All right.
Watch it again.
Kevin
Get
11
us the research.
Get us the lore on Kevin 11.
Yeah,
please.
I want to see that DVD actually. That sounds awesome.
Yeah. Okay, so last email comes from Mikkel, I think is how you say it.
Mikkel. Hi,
Mikkel. Hey, you guys. On episode 43, you talked about enjoying Darkwing Duck. I figured you might like seeing the awesome costumes my friend and I made for a costume party last year. I'm Negaduck in it. Feel free to share the photo if you want. I showed it to you already, right? Like the
you showed me. No, you showed me like a little glimpse of it.
Yeah, Here, I'll just bring it up for you. But I think we found our thumbnail for this episode.
Yeah.
With this.
Oh
yeah, because you thought it was Magica Dispel in the center, but it's
yes, no, yes, I remember that image now. That is awesome.
I'm just staring at it and enjoying it.
That's amazing.
More people need to cosplay ducks. Come on.
Get on it.
Do more ducks.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. So I think that'll about. This is a shorter than usual one, but I think
that is a brilliant Darkwing Duck. I think that's probably the best Darkwing Duck,
good
the
place.
best Negaduck, and the best Morgana
Yeah.
that we've seen.
Oh, Morgana. Do you remember that episode of Rugrats?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was, dude. There is a lot of pervy jokes with Grandpa.
Oh,
and
yeah.
Rugrats.
Yeah.
We're gonna watch Reptar, and we could watch this, and Lonely Space
Vixens.
Vixens. We'll watch that when you Sprats go to bed.
Yeah, that one's for after you Sprats go to bed.
You're like,
Gross.
he's gonna watch alien porn.
Yeah. No, it was we got Reptar Come Home, Reptar Redux,
Yeah.
and
Lonely Space Vixens. That's so weird to think about. He's gonna go watch alien porn.
Yeah. Let's not talk about that anymore.
I apologize.
So thanks for listening / watching / however you consumed this media.
Thank you for consuming.
Thanks for consuming with your eyes, consuming with your ears, or both.
Hey, we appreciate all of it.
Daniel Bryan, you want to lead us out?
Yes. 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 Yes.
We'll see you next time.
See you next time. We love
Yes.
you. Yes.
Yes.
I love you.
Yes.
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 I love you. Yes.
Okay, bye.
Goodbye.